stomp you out. Came with all my goons, we gon' thug it out. Go ahead, bust a move, we gon' stomp you out. Came with all my goons, we gon' thug it out. Throw your hood up, go ahead and rep your city. Throw your hood up, go ahead and rep your.
What's up, Fight Fam, and welcome to Boxing Bros. I'm Caden. I'm here with my co-hosts. I'll let them introduce themselves.
What's going on, everybody? This is Trip.
This is G.
TVE, what up, bro?
Look, we saw it. You saw it. Teofimo Lopez shocked the world. And Trill, I want to know, what was your reaction to the fight? Teofimo Lopez versus Vasyl Lomachenko.
To me, it was a great fight. Great fight. Couldn't ask for anything more. And this is why last week it was so hard for me to make a prediction. It seemed like everything that we said from each guy was on display last night. The IQ, the movement, the quickness of Lomachencko, and then it was the non-fearlessness of Teo Lopez and the power and the size. All that came into display last night. All in all, it was a great fight. Boxing fans got a treat for free. They didn't have to pay for it. You know, this was beautiful. This was a beautiful.
Well, they weren't going to pay for it, Trill, even if it was free.
Yeah. It was a beautiful display of boxing. And I loved it. If that answers the question, but that's my reaction. I loved it. It was a great night of boxing. The right guy won.
All right. G.
And first I'm gonna say we're Brooklyn at, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, first of all, another thing too, I want to congratulate G on that pick. I should have went with my heart, G. But I went with my head. Congratulations to G on that pick.
You're right, Trill.
Finally.
Finally, G's the only person right. On the panel, because he's been the only person wrong so many times.
Yeah,
Hey,
shout out
So
to
G, salute to you, G.
Following your heart. He
man.
followed his heart because he agreed with me. His head said Loma, but his heart said Teo Lopez, and he went with his heart. Passion won.
Yup. I'm gonna say this. Salute to Brooklyn. Salute to Boxing Bros Honduras. You know what I'm saying? But in that, before I go into my little rant, man, I hate Massachusetts. And this is yo, I could have made $1,000. I was gonna put down.
Could have made a cold G, homie.
Yo,
G could have made a G.
Massachusetts said, "Nah, fam, you can't make bet." This is the crazier part. DraftKings, the headquarters is actually located in Boston, but we can't make bets yet.
Yo, they messing with G's money, yo.
Outrageous, man. Yo, DraftKings, y'all owe me something, either stocks. I'll let your boy, man. You know what I'm saying? But nah,
We're trying to petition for G.
Yup.
G won, but he actually lost last night.
But honestly, I was still happy though. I ain't gonna front. I was clapping hard body because initially I thought, the red he was gonna get played, man, by the judges. But in my favor, I was cool. But I'll say this: the fight I thought was great. I was actually a little surprised by Loma's strategy, to be honest. I felt like he started too late. And I understood the strategy was to take Lopez into deep waters, but I don't think his team factored in the dude's will to win, And it almost worked. I think it was like the 8th or the 9th round. I was like, oh, snap. Is Loma going to knock this dude out? But again, dug deep, you know what I'm saying? And he pulled it off, and I was shocked, man. So salute to both men. The fight was entertaining. I do feel like Loma wasn't his usual self, but I don't want to come up with no excuses for Loma. You know what I mean? Like, yo, it is what it is. You lost. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully you get a rematch or whatever. But last night, bro, you clearly lost to the better man. So salute to both men. But Teofimo, salute to you. Salute to Brooklyn. You know what I mean? Salute to Honduras. He put on for his city. He put on for his country. Man, I love
Honduras first.
He was born in Brooklyn, bro. You know what I'm saying?
They didn't let. Hey, listen. It didn't count when it was. That's my beef with it. I say Honduras first because Brooklyn didn't let him fight for this country. You know what I'm saying? It was Honduras that let him fight for his parents' country. So I'm gonna say Honduras first.
Nah, I can respect that. I can respect that. You know what I mean? That's kind of like
He wasn't.
Hey, bro,
you're
you're getting into something because I saw in the comment section because we talk about like in our FA video, someone was like, "Oh, here y'all go with this brother stuff. Anthony Joshua is British. And it's like, bro, he's Nigerian and he's British. Like you can be both. Like, bro, like it's no slight. You can love both equally.
He can be both, but
yeah.
say Honduras first.
People act like it is what it is. He's both. He's both. Like, and you can love both, and you can be both. It's okay.
Like Andy Ruiz, I think he American. I say he American first.
Andy Ruiz is American.
Andy Ruiz is American.
He came listening to Nipsey, not listening to like Mexican band music. You know what I'm saying? So to me, hey, you American to me. My man, you know, Teofimo, what he came in and walking into the ring into. You know what I'm saying? I ain't hearing no Honduran.
I'm going off of him and what he said, his disappointment, the struggles and the pain that he went through when he was let down, when they said he couldn't join the team, the depression that he went into. That's what I'm talking about.
All right, so it's very simple. When Trill speaks, he says Honduras first. When G speaks, he says Brooklyn first. There we go. There we have it. That's perfectly acceptable. All right. I have a question for you, though, G. Did you win any money last night?
Nah, man, because of Massachusetts. You feel me? Outrageous. You know, like.
So, you know, last time we ended the segment, G said be like G and make a G, but he didn't make no money. Maybe it was a conspiracy.
Hold on. It sounds crazy.
Catastrophe for conspiracy.
I know for a fact we got a panelist that got a story that's worse than mine. My man, I ain't gonna say who, bootlegged the fight that was free. You know what I'm saying?
I did not bootleg it. I did not bootleg it.
Hold up.
I just went on YouTube.
Hold up. Shout out to Ned, TBE, the best cameraman ever, for being the first person to bootleg a fight that was free.
Oh, snap. Oh, this is crazy, son.
Yo, go ahead, Ned. Go ahead, Ned.
Y'all got him out? All right, look. I searched. I woke up. Listen. You see, y'all not done. Y'all not done. I'm gonna let y'all get it out. Get it out. Have your life.
With this dude, yo.
All right. You ready?
Go ahead, bro. Go
All
ahead.
right. So, like I told Caden before we started recording,
Oh God.
I had took a nap before the fight, and I fell asleep. And I woke up at 2 a.m. Like, I seen headlines, but I didn't want to get too deep in it. I just want to watch the fight right away. I went on YouTube and searched. And, you know, people, I guess, channels were posting the fight, the entire fight. As I would watch the fight, it would get taken down. I would watch another link, it would get taken down. And like, I had to watch about 3 channels. G told me it was posted on ESPN, but I didn't get ESPN as the first source to watch the fight on YouTube. There were plenty of other channels. So if that counts as bootlegging the fight, then I guess I kind of bootlegged it. But
for the record, you were watching the fight from people who uploaded the fight that didn't have the rights to the fight. So in the middle of you watching the fight, it was being taken down.
Yeah, yes.
Because the person who put the fight up didn't have the rights to show it. Yeah. That's the definition of bootlegging, brother. You were bootlegging a free fight.
All right. So my take on the fight, Tio made me eat my words. I didn't think he was gonna perform the way he did. I know he would come in, but he actually. First, I want to say this. When I first watched the fight, I was like, unanimous decision. I didn't think it was unanimous. It could have been a draw. Then I watched it again. I saw how the 12th round really decided how he won the earlier rounds because it showed you he wanted it, and that's why I respected it. Because the first round, it looks like Loma was just like seeing what Lopez was throwing at him, and it wasn't really getting to him. But Lopez was really aggressive in those first 5-6 rounds, and then in the later rounds, Loma turned it up and started making the kid work for it. And then in the 12th round, when he started fighting back, that it could have gone either way. I said first, I was like, yo, that wasn't it could have been a draw, and then I gave it to Lopez. I gave the fight to Lopez after watching the second time. So shout out to Tio for doing this thing. I think if we need a rematch, we need a part 2, because I think both
that's a whole different segment.
Oh, my bad. That's just my take.
So why it makes it very difficult to do certain things.
Hey, these guys are talking about Brooklyn, Honduras.
We don't have a segment about where Tio's from coming up.
We don't. We should.
If we did, I would have told them that segment's coming up.
He said, "Well, they were saying, nigga, your constitute is red, bro."
Yo, man, really, dog?
What happened?
Yo, Ned will sing like a canary. That's all. Don't do that with Ned.
Maybe like hello, Ice. I don't know about this Tio guy. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, this dude, there's a hot mess. Yo, the funny thing with Ned, right, is in our group text, right? I'm talking, Trill's talking, G's talking. We're talking while the fight's happening, right? We're texting each other, and Ned's not saying anything at all. And so at the end, when we're speaking, I text Ned like, I hope you watch the fight. I wake up this morning, I got a call from Ned at 2. At 2 a.m.
Like, yo, Kaden, I'm bootlegging the fight right now. Look at that.
So when I speak to Ned this morning, that's when I found out that he bootlegged the free fight. So anyways, for me, this fight was unexpected. And what I mean by that was what we said, most people thought Tio was going to have to land a power shot. His power was going to be the difference, and Vasyl Lomachenko was going to outclass Teofimo Lopez in terms of skill and talent. But from the opening bell, that's not what we saw. Teofimo Lopez displayed a beautiful jab. He controlled distance. He showed good movement, and he made it difficult for Vasyl Lomachenko. And as I was scoring the fight, I just noticed Vasyl Lomachenko, he was letting rounds slip away, and Teofimo Lopez was jabbing, controlling the distance, landing the clean shots, taking what was given to him. He took the body shots when they were available. He stayed composed. And there was one round where Lomachenko threw 11 punches. And so I'm thinking to myself, he's using my fight night strategy when I fight Trill. When I got Jeff left hook Lacey, I let Trill throw all his punches. And then when he's tired and slow, then I go for the knockout. I was like, is that what he's doing? But he didn't turn it on until about the 7th or the 8th round. And once Lomachenko turned it on, he was getting to Teofimo Lopez. He started landing punches. And I was happy to see that, because if the fight would have continued that way, Lomachenko would have gotten slaughtered. He would have gotten, it would have been bad. And I didn't want to see him go out like that. And all the build-up for this fight, it would have been a sad way for him to go out. But Vasyl Lomachenko started to get inside and started to let his hands go. And he started to land good punches on Teofimo Lopez, and he was hurting him. One round, it looked like he might stop Teofimo Lopez when he started letting his hands go. And that's when the fight shifted. And it reminded me of an old fight that I watched, and Trill will remember this fight because we watched it together. And me and Trill disagreed about it till we watched it again. Trill's going to remember this. Bernard Hopkins versus Jermaine Taylor, the first fight. At the end of it, Trill was like, B-Hop won. I was like, nah, he gave away too many of the early rounds because B-Hop waxed him the last 5 rounds. B-Hop absolutely destroyed Jermaine Taylor the last 5 rounds. But the problem was he gave away the first 7. And that was the problem. So when we watched it again and we were scoring, because we weren't scoring it, but I just remember in my head, like watching the first 7 rounds, like, damn, like what is B-Hop doing? Because I'm rooting for B-Hop. Trill's rooting for B-Hop. You know, and just the point of how we don't fanboy. We both were Trinidad lovers, Felix Trinidad, but when B-Hop won. It is what it is, right? So I'm watching, I'm rooting for Bernard, Trill's rooting for Bernard, but the last 5, he cooked. He absolutely cooked Jermaine Taylor. And that's why when you saw that graphic, when they were talking about in the 4-belt era, the only people to be undisputed champs with 4 belts, you saw Jermaine and you saw Bernard. It's because of these fights that the fight I'm talking about right now. Bernard gave up the first 7, cooked Bad Intentions Taylor the last 5 rounds. But what that did was gave Bernard Hawkins the blueprint. So in the rematch, B-Hop whooped him, and B-Hop got the belts back. And that's why both of them held both the titles. So Vasyl Lomachenko collected the data. He did everything most people thought he would do, except he did it too late. And by the time he did it, Teofimo Lopez had already built the lead. He was already comfortable. He already had a beat on Vasyl Lomachenko. But what I would say about this fight was, for me, it solidified both fighters. Teofimo Lopez is a better boxer than he got credit for. He has better skills than he got credit for. He has speed, timing. The kid's the real deal. But Vasyl Lomachenko has more heart and more grit and more guts than he got credit for going in. Because when it was time, he walked in the fire, he stepped up and he went for it. He took the big shots, he took damage, but he gave a lot of damage as well. He could have just said, you know what, forget about it. I'm not. But he did his damn thing. Both of these guys did their damn thing. Salute to both fighters. It's a shame someone had to lose, but salute to Brooklyn, salute to Honduras, or Trills. Salute to Honduras, salute to Brooklyn.
Honduras American. That's how I like it. But
you got a superstar. You got a superstar. Teofimo Lopez. The takeover took over.
Definitely. Please like and subscribe. Let us know how you feel on Instagram and Twitter, and also in the comment section. And please check out our podcast on all major streaming services. We are the Boxing Bros.
Catch me creeping down the dark street. This is where me and the zombies meet. Guarantee we all gonna eat. It's Zombie Ray again with HD. I'm a zombie in the night, you better run from me. Zombie Ray in the house, you better run, homie. Brought a mask and some gloves with some thugs with me. I came to do damage, you wanna purge with me. Super Saiyan zombie, I'll be